Hello everybody and welcome to Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet where Master Chief is actually the alter ego of a supervillain named the Teabagger. I'm your host, Chad.
I'm your host, Rob, and today we're just going to be going over some video game news, talking about a couple different subjects which we've recently read some articles on, and just things that we thought were interesting and wanted to talk about on the show.
Yep, not a lot of huge blockbuster video games coming out right now. It's not that season really, so we're just going to hit on some news. But if you want to get up-to-the-date coverage on what we're going to talk about on our episodes, you can check us out at Twitter at Epic Geek Out. Also, send in any suggestions, fans@epicgeekout.com.
And the biggest of them all, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the best. It gives you up-to-date, when we post the shows online, so definitely check that out and do that for us, please.
Let's do it. Let's get into video game news. So today we're going to hit on some video game news that's come out. There's been a lot of news, but we're going to just pick three little topics that we
Three little nuggets of information.
Little tidbits, if you will. So the first one is the release of the new update for Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is an MMO RPG, action RPG that we played a little bit when it first came out. We haven't played recently because we've been so busy doing the show.
Yeah, I've been wasting my subscription that I still have.
Yeah,
but
I've paid a couple months where I haven't played. But they just made an update that has come out, so I definitely want to get in and check it out. So what it is basically is called the Legacy system, and they sort of had an iteration of this when it first came out, but now it's more robust. So basically you can link your characters together as a family, sort of like the Star Wars universe. You can give them last names, and doing such unlocks special abilities, special races. You can actually carry over races that are just for the Sith over to the Republic side if your father is a Sith, and vice versa, and also unlock special abilities depending on what your things are, special things like that, a lot of cosmetic things, but also a lot of abilities. So what do you think about that as far as an implementation in MMO? Because I don't think it's been done like this before.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think anything to really change MMOs for the better, they're kind of very similar. They share the similar characteristics, whether it's set in space or in, a land with orcs or anything like that. So I think it's interesting. I think I'm going to have to play it to really find out if I enjoy it. I have a level 30-some character right now. I stopped playing. We're going to do a review on it eventually once we hit the end game area. I don't think it would be superfluous to talk about it until we hit really see what the game ends up with. So I think any way to give some more end game liveliness to it would be great, because I heard that was one of the biggest complaints about this game was the end game area. Right. So to make it worthwhile to start a new class, to unlock maybe something more,
to give you a reason to play more characters.
Yeah, I think
stuff like that
is great. And then you can also, people get out of their comfort zone of playing the characters that they know and love. Because, everyone does fall. There's a healer, there's the caster type, there's the tank, there's the, damage dealer. Everyone falls into what they knew before, I think. Yeah. Kind of. So it gives people a reason to play other things. So.
Yeah, it's a cool little addition. The RPG element of it's neat, but that's not really what draws me in. The fact that they kind of included parts for every kind of player, like they have little cosmetic things that really, if you're just into that kind of thing, but then they also have the abilities. It's
like achievements. It's like gamer score or trophies, it's
definitely cool. So we're going to check that out. If you guys are playing Star Wars, let us know what you think about it. We're going to dive into that. So that just came out. Moving on, though, to Halo 4. There's been a little bit of news come out about it recently, about the multiplayer specifically. But it's
Halo 4 is going to be with Master Chief.
Chief following Halo 3.
Different developer,
right? Different developer, but people from Bungie formed this 343 Industries that is doing this. So the biggest thing that jumped out to me, and then you can kind of say what jumped out to you, is that they're going to make a reason for why they're red versus blue. It's going to be kind of like the X-Men. They call it, the Danger Room or whatever. Yeah. It's going to be like that. It's going to be awesome, like them training. So I think that's kind of neat. Not a whole lot of real big things have come out about it yet. Big game changers. Are you tired of Halo? I mean,
some of my best gaming moments have been with Halo from in the dorms freshman year playing Halo 1 on, the network with just people on the 6th floor. It was nuts. I mean, and then some of our best gaming moments is just playing with people, friends at different areas, Halo. I mean, it's a great game, and I'm gonna buy the next Halo game pretty much no matter what, and get my money's out of it. But this is the first game that's made multiplayer have something to do with the storyline. They said it's gonna have direct and indirect consequences, and so I'm really interested to see that. They're going to do a weapon system where you don't just get the automatic weapons, like,
it's like the loadouts too, so it's like kind of like Call of Duty where you can create your loadout.
Yeah, and
sort of.
And
which I thought one of the
level up your weapons, which I like Call of Duty for that. I kind of like Halo that everyone starts on the same playing field, and it's the mad rush to the rocket launcher in the middle. Now, the rocket launcher isn't always going to be in the same place. It's going to be like weapon drops. So they're definitely trying to make this different, which I think they have to do.
Right.
But I kind of like Halo for it being Halo. I like Halo being I'm not automatically killed if I get shot in the head. I run behind a rock. I recharge. Oh, they're reloading. Now I can jump out and still have a chance to live kind of thing. I like knowing where they are in the map, stuff like that. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to play it.
The last one, Halo Reach, I think it was. Was that the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reach. I thought we were going to love, and then we played it for like a month and stopped. So I don't know if there's enough to draw us back in. We'll see. I don't know.
You were Master Chief, though.
That's true. But you look like him.
Yeah,
they all look the same.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I agree. So finally, probably the biggest news that's come out recently is the rumors of the next-gen gaming systems, which I'm excited for because hopefully they're like virtual reality.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the biggest news, probably the biggest controversy, which we want to touch on, is
breaks my heart.
The fact that supposedly rumors are that gaming companies are going to restrict the discs. So if you purchase a disc basically and you trade it in to do a used game, when you get that used game, it's a limped version of it per se. I guess is the best way to say it. And to actually unlock and play the full game, you have to purchase a code, and it's going to cost you more money above and beyond the game used game price.
So like you won't have online capabilities. You won't be able to achieve any achievements, things like that. It
could be a number of things. Like it could be some are saying trophies you can't earn or achievements. It could also just be that you can't play more than the first level.
And the biggest problem with this is it's just more money in the developer's pocket. There is no benefit to the gamer to get this. Now, if they did this and they charged less than what they were planning on, or if it was a digital copy and I decided to download that, knowing full well I couldn't let you borrow it or I couldn't let another friend borrow it, and I just wanted to get it right to my computer, that's fine. I made that decision. It's less. There was no hard piece of, I didn't just buy something. I bought a digital copy. But when I go to the store and buy it, I want to be able to sell it back if I hate it for a good amount of money, like the turnaround the next day. Or I want to be able to share that experience with others. That's part of what I love about video games. Growing up, the 64 that I used... parties. By
trading
parties, I mean like
friends,
3 other friends, but playing split screen at home, allowing them to play the game. They bought the games that I bought first after they tried it and liked it. So I think it could hurt the gaming industry in that way too, that the game's not getting as much exposure anymore. But it's greed when it comes down to it. And they're trying to say that these AAA titles now are taking so much more with the expansive HD. But we could get rid of a couple bad first-person shooters that come out that are just rip-offs of games and whatnot. Like, there doesn't have to be as many games. Perfect the ones that are coming out, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it irritates me if it's gonna be that, if they're gonna really just restrict same price, restrict 100%. You can't do. They're trying to just eliminate used game markets. I think that's ridiculous. I don't understand it. Like you're saying, some of the best memories I have are trading my Zelda first NES like gold covered disc and like letting my friend play. It's crazy. Cartridge, not disc.
Yeah.
But I'm for digital distribution like Steam, stuff like that. The Origin now for EA, obviously the App Store for Apple. I think that kind of delivery it's worked for the music industry. I feel like it's really no, I really do. No, I used to download pirated stuff, but now I purchase it because it's so much easier to do that than go out and try to find.
But the music industry has been broke because of that. I mean,
well, it was broke because of the peer-to-peer, but this has kind of done away with a lot of that. But just moving on to like the Steam network, I think that's incredible. You could just go on there and download a game. It's easier for them to distribute because there's cheaper costs up front. You don't have to print the discs and all that stuff.
And with the App Store, like, it is convenient, but those games are $3, $2, $1.
Right. But that's definitely restricting it. So I don't know. Like, I'm worried. We'll see.
There's going to be a riot, and people aren't going to go next gen when this gen is already so, because the next gen is going to be pricey. I mean, when these are still $300 or so, depending on what you get with it, people aren't going to want to go and get that new system if they put the limitations on it. Give us a reason why to implement this, but don't just do it and then say, you know, nana boo boo, we got you. Like,
we got you, now you can't trade your games. Which is, I don't understand their motives behind it.
Breaks my heart.
But we'll see. So hopefully that was good video game news that you guys didn't know about, but let us know what you think about any of these topics in the comments below. And we'll be seeing some more video game stuff in the future, hopefully.
And it's that time again to give our thanks of the day. Chad, what are you thankful for today?
I feel like we should be reviewers for Netflix, because I feel like the past couple of thanks have been all Netflix.
Sponsor us.
And I know that your Netflix is today.
Loyal customers.
I'm going to do a Netflix thing today as well. So recently on Netflix, I caught something that I've been wanting to watch for a while, just never did.
We should stop giving them shout-outs until they do sponsor us.
It's true.
God, I'm sorry.
Netflix. I wanted to watch for a while and hadn't watched. Rob had watched and told me to watch, and we watched it. Real quick watch. Watch. Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog. It's a little internet web series that, how long is it? Maybe like an hour?
46 minutes, I think.
Yeah, not long
Something
at all.
along those lines.
All the episodes together. It came out, like 3 years ago at least.
Yeah,
a little while ago. It was on my queue for a while, just never was in that mood to watch it, and randomly the other night we just turned it on. Really awesome, well-written little ditty, if you will. It's like a lot of geek things together. It's like superheroes, a little bit of a musical thing, but not in like a weird way. It's a good geeky musical type thing. And Joss Whedon produced, wrote, directed everything for it, and it's
Neil Patrick Harris. Come on,
right. Well, it's his writing.
Needs to be said.
Well, I was gonna get there,
Okay.
but his Joss Whedon's writing at its best, and we just saw Cabin in the Woods, so coming off that, wanted some more of that Joss Whedon goodness, and can't wait for Avengers. But awesome little thing. Check it out. It's really short. It's just a good watch. It's just something that you can catch real quickly. Complete story from start to finish, and they're making a second one pretty soon, I think.
This isn't my thanks, but I really might have to just recheck out Buffy and Angel on a streaming service that I use. Don't want to give the name away.
Some random streaming service.
That's not my thanks, but I really enjoyed those growing up. You know, Joss Whedon has a great voice. And
I haven't seen.
So excited for the Avengers. My faith is kind of restored back in
we just posted
being
the
able to
article
helm
today on Facebook that it's projected to possibly do better than Dark Knight Dark Knight.
Today being the day we're filming this, not the day that this is posted.
Correct. So check back.
Got that.
So
scroll through.
Go ahead. Go.
Use your mouse. Use
thanks.
it. My thanks is another web series that I just caught up with, not fully finished with, but really enjoying. It's definitely a one-trick pony in its jokes. The Guild. If you've ever played any online game, you'll pick up at least half the jokes in it, and it's funny. I mean, each season is like an hour and 10 minutes, or hour and 5 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, something like that. So you can get through a season in one sitting, and it's 100%. All the jokes are around this, like playing EverQuest, World of Warcraft kind of game. But I've just enjoyed the jokes.
The same girl is from Dr. Horrible's.
Yeah, she's in both. So definitely check that out if you have ever played any massive multiplayer online RPG, because you'll get a couple quick laughs on it.
Yeah, so two great shows that are on Netflix. Sponsors, please. Anyways, so that's all for this episode. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to be talking about some more things, possibly. Do we even know what we're going to do next week?
No idea. So I didn't know why you're talking like that.
So we will decide this weekend, and you guys will see us next week.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for watching this episode of Epic Geek Out.